Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the hosts here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin charts. We're going to be, going through the Bitcoin charts and looking at where the price could potentially be going. Because as of right now, I'm still sat on in the short term. I'm still sat on the price being a little bit more bullish rather than bearish, unless certain levels are broken towards the downside. But of course, we're going to go through this. I'm going to talk you through it. And we're also going to take a look at the DXY as well, because that's really important, with the price of Bitcoin as well. We know that they are very inversely correlated. So if we're going to continue to see the DXY go up, we're going to continue to see Bitcoin pull back, which of course is not what we want to see. But it is something that I'm expecting, and it is something that I do think is going to happen. I do think we could form another low of the bear market. Now, you may not all agree with me, but from the analysis that I have been looking at, that is what the markets are telling me right now. The fundamentals are sort of screaming that as well. So we will have a look at that. We have some big news coming out tomorrow. So obviously we're going to talk about that as well. Take a quick look at Ethereum as well, because Ethereum is having a pullback as well as Bitcoin. So please make sure you smash a like on this video before we get into it. And if you're new, subscribe and turn that bell notification on as well, so you never miss any of my live streams, or if I've got a trade for you, you never miss any trades as well. But yeah, smash a like and we will jump straight on into the video. So taking a look at Bitcoin, as always, on the 4-hour chart, okay, what we can see is that Bitcoin is having a pullback as of this morning. Okay, not yesterday, sorry, Saturday. I was telling you, and Friday as well, I was telling you that this level here was actually a level that I was looking at potentially longing, okay, potentially seeing the price actually bounce off of this level, okay, because there was some nice support here, okay, from this previous resistance, and then previous resistance from all the way back here as well, okay. So this is a key level, and we did see Bitcoin actually respect that, and today we are actually seeing it come and retest that support as well. But what we were also looking at as well was that if the price broke below this level, we could see much lower targets. Okay, so this is something that we've still got to be very, very aware of. Okay, yes, we've had a nice bounce. Okay, we've had a nice, okay, we retested it, sorry, and we had a nice bounce, okay, but now we are having that pullback. Now, in the shorter term, okay, looking at this, okay, I am still bullish in the shorter term, as in we could see the price potentially come up to the low of the previous range at $22,287. I still think that's a possibility. Reason being is because we're still above this support level, okay. You can see that we are still using it as support. And then if we come and bring up the RSI, you can see that there is a possibility that we could form lower lows on the price action chart, okay, continuing to hold the support as well. But on the RSI, we could be forming higher highs, okay? So, 2 bits of confluence there telling me that if we can hold this support here, then we could actually see a nice bounce towards the upside, potentially back up to the previous range low at $22,287. Okay, however, there is an invalidation for that, and if that is the case, then I do expect the price to have a pullback and potentially come back down to $20,200, and I'll explain why that target in a minute. But this is the level that we need to hold. Okay, 21,468. If we can hold this, okay, continuing to hold this level and form that bullish divergence, then I do expect the price could pump in the shorter term. Okay, mid to long term, I'm still more bearish than bullish, but as of right now, I'm still looking at the price being fairly bullish, because we're still above this sort of critical level as the $21,468 level. Okay, however, as I said, if we break this towards the downside, then we could see much lower targets. Where will those lower targets be? Well, those lower targets could be around $20,294. Okay, so approximately $20,300 could be that next target if we are going to break 21,468. Okay, we have an hour left of this candle. If this candle doesn't break towards the downside, there are many candles in the future that could determine whether we're going to break towards the downside or hold this level. But initially, if we can hold this level, form that bullish divergence, then I would expect to push up to this potential range low here. However, if we break towards the downside, I would expect this to be used as resistance once again, okay, like it was, let's go back here, like it was back here, and like it was when it was first created all the way back here as well, and, move lower from here, okay? That's what I would expect. So we do just have to keep our eye out on that. And one thing that's going to help us understand where the price is going to go is the DXY. Okay, we know that Bitcoin and the DXY are inversely correlated. So when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. When the DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And what we're seeing right now, as of today, is that the DXY is actually breaking towards the upside of this semi-major resistance level right here. Okay, it's been respected very well previously. Okay, we can see right here a bit of support. Bit of support here, okay, resistance before the break towards the upside, slight divergence there. If we come all the way back here as well, has it been respected back here? Yes, it's been respected as resistance back here as well. Who knows how far back that goes, but yeah, this is a sort of the next sort of major level. And if we do break back above this level, then there is a high chance that Bitcoin can come back to this major resistance level here between $104.5 and $105.8 approximately. And if that is the case, then Bitcoin is going to move much lower. And, we're probably going to can see a continuation towards the downside for Bitcoin. And who knows where that could bring the price. And once again, if we break this resistance here, okay, then the next level that we're looking at is the price coming back to $110. We're looking at that DXY coming back to 110 if it does break this major resistance here, which of course is going to be really, really bad for the price of Bitcoin. And there, I would potentially expect to see Bitcoin, coming back to the lows of sort of 15,500, 16,000, those sort of lows of the bear market that we've already seen. And then a continuation towards the upside for the DXY. If that is the case, then we're going to see lower for Bitcoin, okay? Like potentially 14,000, which is that next major level on Bitcoin, looking at it here. Okay, we broke that major level, but we're broken back above it. If we get to this major level at sort of around $18,800, break that towards the downside, the next level that we've got to look at is 14,000 because that's the next major level below us. There is going to be some support at $16,200 because we have made a low there. But yeah, we've got to be very, very aware of what is happening right now. And what is happening is that the DXY looks as though it wants to continue to push towards the upside, okay? It's continuously tested this resistance level here, and it looks as though it wants to potentially try and break this level today. If that is the case, okay, we are most likely going much higher on the DXY, which is going to bring the price of Bitcoin down, potentially breaking this support level towards the downside and bringing us down to those lower targets, such as $20,300. If that's broken, okay, what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at the price coming back down to $18,800 to $18,430. If that is broken, then I would in fact expect sort of the lows to be taken of that bear market, as in the price coming down to $15,500 even. So we do just have to be very, very aware of what is going on. DXY is increasing and Bitcoin is falling in price. And I do think if you've been following the channel, you know my views, and I do still think there is lower within this bear market. I do still think there's lower. One of the biggest things that is telling me this is this pattern right here. Okay, what we are looking at here is the high, okay, the all-time high, the pullback, the push towards the upside here, then the bigger pullback, and then we form this lower low, lower high pattern here. Okay, so we have the first low here, then we have the high, then we have the lower low, and then a lower high that we've just formed right here. Okay, this is looking very, very similar and almost identical to this pattern here. Okay, the psychology of a market cycle where we have a high, we have a low, we have a high here. Okay, a little push towards the upside, we have a lower high. Okay, then we have the bigger pullback, forming the low, forming the high, forming the lower low, forming the lower high, and then we slowly churn our way down to new lows of the bear market. Okay, and this is what I think could possibly happen. Okay, from here, we're getting rejected from a major level. Okay, what else are we forming? We're forming a big bearish divergence on this weekly chart. Okay, lower lows on the price action chart. RSI is forming higher highs. Textbook divergence. Okay, the last time we saw a divergence on the weekly chart, it played out very, very well. Okay, we saw this lower lows on the price action charts, but higher highs on the RSI. That bullish divergence played out amazingly. Okay, really, really nice push towards the upside. Okay, and that gave us, we're bringing out the sort of price target from the low to the high. That gave us about a 56, 57% push towards the upside. If we were to see a similar move from where divergence was created here, okay, the bearish divergence, if we were to see a similar move, around 56% move, we could actually see the price come all the way down to potentially 10,000. Let's have a look, $10,700 approximately. Okay, so we do just have to be very, very aware of this. Divergences on the weekly time frame can be bullish divergences can be very, very good. However, bearish divergences can be very, very bad, and we could in fact see this price come down to close to $10,000. So we have to be aware of that. Looking at this pattern as well, the psychology of a market cycle, looking identical, literally identical to this. Okay, so what we could see from here is that the price slowly churns its way down to potentially new lows of the bear market. Okay, I'd love to get bullish right now, and I would really, really love to get bullish, but we have to be realistic. Okay, it's not the time to be getting bullish right now. Everyone over on Twitter was getting very, very bullish. I know the big crypto influencers, they were getting very, very bullish as well. But for them, bullishness brings them in new viewers, brings them in views, brings them in money. Okay, so that's the reason why they are flipping bullish so soon. For me, I've told you, 25k. If we can break above 25k, use it as support and continue and have a slight bounce off of it, I would be happy to say that Bitcoin's going to 30k, but that isn't happening. Okay, we're forming lower lows and we're forming a bearish divergence. Okay, so we just have to factor in, the realistic, the realistic targets. And for me right now, the realistic targets are actually lower rather than higher. Okay, and I made a little joke about it over on Twitter as well. Make sure you follow us on Twitter if you don't already. Society Satoshi, at Society Satoshi or Satoshi Society. Type either one of those into Twitter, and I'm sure it will come up. But give us a follow over on Twitter. But I said, if you look closely, this chart is bullish. Only thing missing is a leg down to 10 or 12k. Okay, so yeah, made a little joke out of it there, but to be honest with you, I am still expecting lower. I am still expecting lower for this bear market, and tomorrow is going to be a big decider as well. Okay, what we have tomorrow coming in is the inflation rate year over year. Okay, they forecasted 6.2%. The previous was 6.5. Okay, if we get forecasted or even lower than forecasted, that's going to be bullish for the market. Okay, because what Jerome Powell said within this speech here, if you haven't watched it already, I do recommend you go and watch it. It's about a 3-minute video, and it is really quite interesting. And basically, what Jerome Powell says is that if the data doesn't come in as expected, okay, if any of the data comes in, not as expected, okay, so say the inflation rate came in higher than forecasted or higher than previous, then he would potentially have to be forced to increase rates by an increased amount. Okay, he will have to continue increasing rates if inflation is going to start getting away, but he could have to increase by an increased amount, as in being more harsh, okay, with the rate increases. So we got to be aware of that as well. So tomorrow is a big day, okay. If it comes in forecasted or lower than forecasted, I think that's going to be pretty good for the markets, okay. However, if it comes in, above previous, then to me that's going to be bad for the markets, okay, because of what he said within the speech. If the data is, or if inflation is going to be getting away from us, he's going to have to increase rates by an increased amount, okay. So that is obviously not going to be good for the markets. Increasing rates is not good for the markets anyway. And I spoke about this. Okay, I spoke about this when the last FOMC meeting was happening, and I was telling you, I'm expecting a pump and then a dump shortly after, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, because yes, he's increasing by a decreased amount, which you can look at that as being fairly bullish. Okay, he's not being he's not being as hawkish, okay? But then again, they're still increasing the rates. He's still increasing the rates, which is bad for the market. And you can see that the market has reacted bearishly to that. Okay, so if we're going to continue to get, these rate increases, even if they are 25 basis points, the price is most likely going to continue to move towards the downside. Okay, so we need to factor all of this in, and putting it all together, to me, it is looking bearish. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you more bullish right now or bearish? But yeah, for me, I am much, much more bearish. In the mid to long term, shorter term, I'm bullish as long as we stay above 21,468. If we break that, then in the shorter term, I'm bearish as well. But yeah, mid to long term, I just want to make it clear, I am bearish, and in the shorter term, if we can hold 21,468, then I'm bullish. I'd expect a small pump, but initially, a rejection potentially from up here, and then eventually breaking this level. I'm moving much lower. Okay. So Counter Junior, good to see you here. It's going down. Yeah, it's going down right now. And to be honest with you, I think we could go lower from here. Yes, we're forming a bullish divergence coming into support. But if this DXY is going to continue to push towards the upside today, then we're most likely going to see this support broken. I've got a short from 22,710. Shall I take profit or wait for more downside, I'm guessing. To be honest, I can't give financial advice. Personally, for me, first of all, that's a really good short position that you've entered in there. A really, really good short position. I will tell you what I'm doing, okay? Because on my personal account, on my personal trading account, I am in a short position as well, okay? I'm in a short position from this level here. I'm in a short position from 23,000, 20, let's call it 24,000. It's closer to 24,000. I don't know the exact number off my top of my head, but yeah, close around 24,000. I'm in a short position. Okay, I was telling you from this level here. Yes, we had a little pullback when I finally came live and told you about it. But I was telling you from up here, I was entering a short position. Okay, we have a horizontal level. We have the previous high here. Okay, we have the resistance up here at the top of the ascending parallel channel, and we were also forming a bearish divergence as well. Higher highs on the price action chart, but lower lows on the RSI. Okay, that was enough for me to enter into a short position. So I entered into a short position there. Okay, as it's come down, I've taken profits. Okay, so my first TP was actually this level here. Okay, around $23,100. I took some chips off the table. Okay, I took some profit there. The second take profit that I had was actually the range low here. Okay, so around 22,280 was that second take profit point. Okay, my third take profit point was hit. Okay, at 21,468. Okay, so for me, I've taken profit here. Reason being is because it's a support level. Okay, so there is a possibility we could bounce from here. So I've taken profit off of the table. However, I've still left capital within that trade. Okay, as of right now, I still have around 30% left in that trade. Okay, from the 100% that I invested, I've still got 30% left in that trade, and I am looking for lower. Okay, if this support level is going to be broken, I want to capitalize on that. So I'm still within that short position, and I'm still expecting lower. Okay, so personally for me, you do have to take profits on the way down. You have to take profits at support levels. Okay, and you can't look back. I took profit here. Okay, you can't look back at it and say, oh, I wish I didn't take profit there, because there's a high chance that the price could have bounced from there, and you would have been regretting it a lot more if you didn't take profit here and then the price bounce towards the upside. So you can't always predict. You can have a good understanding of where the price is going. I've been telling you from up here, I'm expecting this price to pull back to this support level here. If this is broken, I'm expecting the price to go to 21,468. Okay, we can expect where the price is going to go, but we don't expect how the price is going to move there. Okay, so looking at this, we've come down to this. We've broken this here. Sorry, we've broken the support here. Okay, I didn't expect a retest and then a pullback. What I was just saying was that I'm expecting the price to pull back here. Okay, initially I wasn't expecting that retest and then the rejection. Okay, all I'm saying is that I'm expecting the price to come down here if this level is broken. Okay, the retest, just confirms that rejection for me. The retest and the rejection confirms that break towards the downside for me. Okay, so you do just have to take profits on the way down. If you haven't taken profits, personally for me, I would make sure that I am taking profits. Because we could actually see the price reverse from here and potentially come up to the entry point. Okay, so that's why you have to take profits. You're not actually making money unless you're taking profits on the way down, because that trade can always turn into a losing trade unless you have moved your stop loss below that entry point, if you have shorted, or above your entry point if you've longed. So yeah, personally for me, taking profit is always the best thing to do. Taking profit at support is the best thing to do for me personally, and that's what I do. So yeah, if the DXY is going to continue to pump, Bitcoin's most likely going to continue to dump though. Taking a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum is actually breaking this level here. I told you, it was looking prime for a bounce here. Okay, we've got a slight bounce. And I said, there could be a potential long position here. Okay. However, I said the invalidation would be a break below this. And of course, if I had a trade in, I would have that stop loss at 10% anyway, to protect myself, protect my portfolio. But yeah, we're looking like we could break this towards the downside here. If the DXY is going to continue to push, Bitcoin's going to continue to dump, and Ethereum is going to follow it. Okay. And Ethereum is going to get hit a lot harder as well. But if this support level is broken right here, I would expect the price to come down to 1,351. That would be the next level that I'm looking at the price coming to if we did break 1,510, which as of right now looks as though we could break this today. Okay, so we've got to be aware of that, meaning that this range will most likely break towards it. Well, is going to be broken towards the downside, and we're most likely going to be moving much lower. Okay. Reason being, we're breaking a support, invalidating that bullish divergence. We could potentially be forming a slight bullish divergence down here. No, to me, I wouldn't expect a bullish divergence to be formed there. We're already at the equal low of this low here from the 10th of Feb on the RSI. So for me, I wouldn't expect a bullish divergence there, meaning that lower is what I expect. Okay, so the next level, if we do break this level here, is 1,351 for Ethereum. And of course, if the DXY is going to continue to pump, Bitcoin's going to dump, Ethereum's going to follow it as well. So we've got to be very, very aware of that. Right now, in the shorter term, slightly bullish, only if we can stay above the support level. Okay, you got to be aware of that. Only if we stay above the support level. If we break the support level, then I'm looking at $20,300 as that next level. If we break that, then $18,800 is the next level for me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you today. Tomorrow, I will come live today I've come live a bit earlier because we've been testing the support level, so I felt as though it was needed to come and update you. But tomorrow I will be coming live at just before 1:30 UK time. Okay, so 1:20 UK time will be when I'm. Oh, sorry, no. Here, 1:20, yeah, 1:20 on the 14th of Feb, which is tomorrow. I will be coming live because we have the inflation rate year over year, which is going to be very, very important and is most likely going to bring a lot of volatility into the markets. Okay, so yeah, I will come live for that. I will be live whilst this data is coming out, and we'll see how the markets react to that. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, then please make sure you smash a like on this video. I do really appreciate it. It does really help me out, really helps the channel out as well. So please smash a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, turn that bell notification on, and I will see you tomorrow for that inflation rate year over year. And yeah, we'll see how the market reacts to that and what the data comes out as. So thank you very much for watching, and see you later, guys.